They've got the 1-point lead. They get the ball to start the second half with a Badgley kick. They'll get it to the 30-yard line, and we'll get it down to the field in Christina Pink. KP?
Well, hey, Adam, an update on the Falcons here, and good to go. Drake London was also cleared to return after a quick evaluation for a concussion, so he'll be back in the game to finish the half. Offensively, he liked what they've done with Temple, but thought there were a few missed opportunities they need to take advantage of.
But they have to be happy. One of the themes coming in was we need to start fast for the Falcons team. We want to show up late. As you said, missed a couple opportunities along the way, but they're sitting in pretty good shape right here if they can.
Is Algier to the right.
And just a lot of inadvertent mistakes by your team, and obviously the turnover at the end. What has to be cleaned up in the second?
The football, but we got to convert on third down.
They're moving Drake London all over the formation. What do you have to adjust defensively?
Well, we got some things.
Grover Stewart was in on that tackle of Tyler Algier, who fell, and a connection between America and Germany. Mercedes-Benz based in Stuttgart. 5:15 local time here in Germany. After Stewart came off the field, Michaels in front of Cam Bynum, the safety. They hook up for 25 yards.
And they've been playing a lot more 12 out on the naked bootleg. Nobody on the back end for Kyle Pitts. And a big play here to start the third quarter.
This is well because they can slot Pitts out and use Warner as an inline blocker. Now they've got Warner in there as the lone tight. And it's Robinson, one of those backs, picking up another Atlanta first down.
To figure out the personnel grouping that calms down a defense. So many defense will throw a bunch of different looks at you if we do on defense to give us the best opportunity to succeed.
And Algier rumbling ahead. I mean, for a while, it felt like there were so many more nickel defenses in operation.
Involved in that collision, he was just in the blue tent being evaluated for a concussion. His status to return.
Balance on that collision. Penix had to launch that one with some pressure and into a window for Pitts. Had Bynum in coverage.
And get separation, had to just let this thing go early. But you see the pressure coming.
Pretty Pay was getting in on Penix, and Pitts unable to pull it in. Penix floats it. Pitts is the target. Defensively, filling into that opposite corner where Charvarius Ward would be. Just his third.
This one back. He just leaves the ball a little bit short. If he puts it out in front of Kyle Pitts, that's a touchdown. Missed opportunity there for Michael Penix. It's going to be disappointing when he goes back and watches that one.
Will extend the lead. On his 7th 17-13 game so far. Hollis makes a 4-point lead. Pinion boots it away. And it is Grant. Good return into Atlanta territory. 50 yards.
Now, we talked about this game being about responses. One team makes a play, one team makes a drive, and the other team coming back with the answer and setting up his offense in Atlanta territory once again.
And no Anthony Gould of Doolin's season. He's in motion. For Taylor. First down. Up the sideline. The action working well for Jones that time.
When you got guys like that wearing the number 28, I had one. You got guys like Marshall Faulk and Jonathan Taylor.
Jones having to move to his left. That ball is out of it. Rookie brought pressure. We'll see what the penalty marker is for. Walker coming off a 2-sack game. No penalty flag, and it'll be Walker bringing the heat.
See him from the top of your screen, but there's here James Pierce, Xavier Watts, Billy Bowman. I mean, they got a great young nucleus of players on the defense.
11 back to the 31. Another drop back for Jones. Stepping up. Right to Mir Abdullah, 26, not 28. Snuck in there and makes the grab.
A good job by the rally to make the tackle, force him into a 3rd and long situation.
And now Taylor back in. Jeff Ulbrich, defensive coordinator. Bates showing pressure. Here he comes. Now drops back. Jones under pressure. Jalen Walker recovers, and James Pierce, the other rookie linebacker, charged. The question was, could they turn a red zone turnover, which has been a true rarity this year. In fact, that was just to go against Tennessee. This one gives the ball to Atlanta with field position at the 44. And pinballs past the 45-yard line and back to the turnover.
We'll go back to the turnover, and Pierce is going to bring the pressure. You're going to see Bates fake the blitz, and then he's going to peel off on the screen, and that forces Daniel Jones.
The pressure, trying to roll out and find Mooney. Incomplete. Good coverage by the linebacker, Jermaine.
We've talked about how good this Colts offense has been at protecting the football. That was the downfall last week against Pittsburgh in them, but they put the ball in harm's way. That time, Falcons able to take advantage of it.
Well, they had just 3rd down and 8 for Atlanta. They drop back 7 and play as a Colt. Looking for London, and Sauce was looking for the end zone.
He was. Gets out of his route. Oh, man. Would have been a nice reward after having been with the Colts for.
Defense. He's able to stand to make it a moot point after the turnover. Sauce Gardner making his Colts debut. Thrilled for this opportunity to go from the 1-7 Jets to the 7-2 Colts for the week. So I wonder if we'll get to 72,000 like we've had here today in Berlin to the 17-yard line. Tough play for Penix, but this is really on Sauce Gardner. Great stuff from the corner.
Really about Sauce, you know, the quarterback. A quick throw, you see, he keeps his eyes down the field, but as soon as he plants that back foot, Sauce says, hey, I know a quick throw with that one.
Penix still has not thrown an interception in 120. Right back to the ground game, and Taylor is able to spin his way past the sticks for a 1st down.
He does so many things well, but what does he do best as we see the wave going through the stadium here, and those big offensive linemen kind of just bounce, 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 and wait for that hole, and then once he hits it, he hits it.
Taylor past 70 yards today, closing in on 1,000 for the season. Pick all the way back in 2020. Triple Crown winner once in his career already. He's got one more or 2. He's had injury issues in the past. Started all 10 games this season. Here's Pittman looking for the stick. Defensive backfield on the far side. Approaching the halfway point of the 3rd.
Atlanta had too many men on the field. Somebody trying to get.
The field of play was number 11. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
You see Walker trying to
set on the offense, but number 11 was actually the one that caught it on the offense.
They'll decline the penalty regardless. And they'll keep it at 2nd down. They'll take the yardage instead. And an easy 1st down for Taylor there. Big hole open up on the right side.
Job to get up on the back of the lineman here, and then boom, see the cutback to the right-hand side, and you see it when he hit.
180!
Rush set it down to the 44, and a heavy dose of Taylor.
For Jonathan Taylor, he told us this week he prepares his body every offseason as if he's getting 300. His mindset, his quote, you have to be able to go on a pedestal rather than a slope. And he said a lot of guys at the position.
2 carries and counting, Stace. Off the play action fake. They set up that down inside the 30. A.J. Terrell, the corner, looking for some contact, and he got it after 24 yards of time.
Like he's going to block on Walker on the outside, just enough, throw him by. The big fella out in space.
He has set the new Indianapolis rookie tight end record with 46. This is Goodson, the Georgia native, playing against the Falcons today. He gets spun down about 4.
Stay ahead of the chains, stay ahead of the chains, stay ahead of the chains. Having so much success running the ball on. You want to take a shot, you want to drop a screen, you want to hand the football off again. Tough on defenses when you stay and you win.
Got 4 there. Now back to Taylor. And he'll tumble down to the 21-yard line and set up
4th down numerous times. We saw it on the first drive. You start to wonder, okay, we're here in a 3rd and short 2-3 yard situation.
Field goal still keeps it at a one-possession game. A touchdown gives it 4 minutes plus in the third. Again, common indication these days feels like what you said. If you get third down and you run the ball in a
as long as you get positive yards, right? As long as you stay in that short yardage range. Last situations.
They're 5 for 5 last week on fourth down. A couple of those sneaks. It's a pistol look here on first down. Inside the 15 of Atlanta. Arnold Ebiketie finally made this.
A 3rd and 1 situation when you put your quarterback in the shotgun, but obviously teams like the Colts, they do the end to step up the field. You hand it to 28, then you move the chains.
The most efficient for that's a new look. Is something we weren't expecting to see with Warren playing
his position at Penn State a little bit. So much flexibility when you have a guy like Tyler Warren and all the different.
A guy who threw for 1,100 yards and ran for 500 as a senior with 21 total touchdowns. There's the legs of Daniel Jones on display again. And he gets that guy fired up. His Colts paraphernalia and body ink. 3rd and 6.
Back in, no space for any of his receivers. Buy a little bit of time, see if somebody can separate. If not, go ahead and
Abdullah the back. Shy of the sticks. Xavier Watts came flying in to make some contact on Jones.
At the end, as he gets hung up right there. See Watts. Shoulder pad right to the helmet.
Now it's 4th down and 2. Taylor is the back. For Taylor. And he's not going to get there. The Falcons defense stands inside its own 10. It's Jeff Ulbricht's defense comes up with a huge play in the 3rd.
Great hustle. Start directions. Then you pitch it to 28. But great hustle. All the white jerseys running to the football.
J.D. Bertrand was there. A team that has tried to be a good tackling team. They had some issues last week on the road in New England. They were sharp on that. Now right back to Bijan Robinson, who got a little bit of a breather. He runs it out to the 11-yard line.
It was a little more situational because they were behind. But he said, you know, it'll go both ways. It's not always about analytics. Sometimes it's just
Over Stewart back out there for the Colts defense. Penix firing low and London going down.
That you can say, it looked like it was a little bit off by Michael Penix, but I think it was a perfect throw. There's color coming from the inside. Makes a great catch.
His 5th of the day as he approaches 100 yards, and we approach the final quarter in Berlin.